The average person waits until they're 65 to stop working. But what if I told you that with the right dividend portfolio, you could replace your entire salary, 10,000 pounds or dollars a month, and never have to trade your time for money again? And I'm not kidding. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. This is math. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to build that portfolio from scratch in 2026. Whether you're starting with 500 quid or 50,000, I'm breaking down the exact stocks, the exact strategy, and the exact order of operations, because nobody taught me this at 22, and I wish they had. Okay, so here's the thing. 10,000 a month in dividends sounds insane. And honestly, it kind of is. But let me explain why it's more achievable than you think. To generate 10,000 a month, that's 120,000 a year in dividend income. At an average yield of 4%, you need a portfolio worth around 3 million pounds. At 6%, you need 2 million. Now, before you close this video and say that's impossible, stay with me, because the strategy I'm about to walk you through is specifically designed to compound your way there faster than almost anything else legally available to you right now. Step one, and this is where most people completely get it wrong, is your account structure. Broke people just throw money into a random stocks and shares account and hand HMRC a chunk of their dividends every single year. Wealthy people max their ISA first. Full stop. In the UK, you get 20,000 pounds of ISA allowance every year, and every single penny of dividend income inside that ISA is completely tax-free. Think about it this way. If you're generating 10 grand a month in dividends outside an ISA, you could be handing back anywhere from 8 to 39% of that to the tax man, depending on your income bracket. Inside an ISA, zero. That difference over 20 years is genuinely life-changing money. So if you're not maxing your ISA right now, stop what you're doing and fix that first. Step two is picking the right dividend stocks. And this is where it gets really interesting. Here's the thing. Not all dividends are created equal. The average FTSE 100 dividend yield right now sits around 3.8%. That's okay. But if you're strategic, you can build a blended portfolio averaging 5 to 6% without taking on crazy risk. I'm talking about a core of proven dividend compounders. Think Legal & General yielding around 8%, British American Tobacco at 9%, plus a slice of global exposure through something like a Vanguard High Dividend Yield ETF for diversification. And here's what this is actually insane part. When you reinvest those dividends, your compounding curve doesn't grow in a straight line. It accelerates. A 25-year-old investing 1,000 pounds a month into a 6% yielding dividend portfolio with reinvestment hits over 1.2 million pounds by age 45. That's not speculation. That's a compound interest calculator. Go check it yourself right now. Step three, and I cannot stress this enough, is dividend growth, not just dividend yield. This is exactly what separates the people who actually get wealthy from the people who just look wealthy on paper. A stock yielding 9% with a shrinking dividend is a trap. What you want is companies that have grown their dividend consistently for 10, 15, 20 years. In the UK, look at companies like Diageo, Unilever, and RELX. These aren't the flashiest names, but they've been quietly compounding investor wealth for decades. In the US, you've got your dividend aristocrats, companies like Johnson & Johnson and Coca-Cola that have raised dividends for 50 consecutive years. And I'm not kidding when I say owning a basket of these feels like getting a pay rise every single year without doing any extra work. If this video is genuinely helping you think differently about building wealth, hit subscribe. It takes 2 seconds, and it genuinely helps me keep making free content like this instead of gatekeeping it behind a course. Step 4 is automation, because willpower is a terrible investment strategy. The people I know who've actually built serious dividend income don't sit there every month deciding whether to invest. They automate it. Set up a direct debit into your stocks and shares ISA on payday before you ever see the money in your current account. This is the single habit that compounds harder than any stock pick. Paying yourself first isn't a cliche. It is literally the mechanism that builds the portfolio. Step 5, and this one might surprise you, is patience paired with aggression. Here's the thing. Most people are either too passive, just sitting in cash, or too aggressive, chasing 15% yielding penny stocks that collapse in 6 months. The wealthy investor does both simultaneously, aggressive in their savings rate, patient in their time horizon. If you can save and invest £1,500 a month into a diversified 5.5% yielding dividend portfolio starting today, you will hit that $10,000 a month income level in approximately 22 to 25 years. Start at 25, you're done at 50. And if you can increase that contribution as your income grows, you shave years off that timeline. So let's recap because this actually matters. First, max your ISA. Protect every penny of dividend income from HMRC. Second, build a core of high-quality dividend stocks blended for 5 to 6% average yield. Third, prioritize dividend growth over raw yield. The compounding snowball is everything. Fourth, automate your contributions so your future self can't sabotage your present strategy. And fifth, stay patient and stay aggressive on your savings rate because time in the market is the actual secret nobody wants to admit. $10,000 a month in dividends isn't a fantasy, it's a spreadsheet. And the only difference between the person who achieves it and the person who doesn't is whether they start today or keep waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. In the next video, I'm going to show you the exact 3 ETFs I'd buy inside an ISA right now if I was starting from absolute zero. And one of them has returned over 400% in the last decade. You do not want to miss that.